Smooches, smooches, everybody gets a smooch. From Creole butterfly, yeah, she's spreading love to you. To all my butterflies in the kingdom we fly, with love in the air, spreading joy to the sky. Smooches, smooches like a kiss in the breeze. From Creole butterfly, putting hearts at ease. Yeah, she's the queen with the love so high. Smooches to the world like we're touching the sky. Creole butterfly, spreading love so wide. Everywhere she goes, she's got that Libra pride. Graceful like wings, she floats through the air. Smooches for the kingdom, yeah, she's always there. With a heart full of gold and a spirit so free, she lifts up the fam with positivity. The Oprah of smooches, everybody gets a share. Sending love like kisses flying everywhere. Smooches, smooches, everybody gets a smooch. From Creole butterfly, yeah, she's spreading love to you. To all my butterflies in the kingdom we fly, with love in the air, spreading joy to the sky. Smooches, smooches like a kiss in the breeze. From Creole butterfly, putting hearts at ease. Yeah, she's the queen with the love so high. Smooches to the world like we're touching the sky. In the butterfly kingdom, we all come together. With Creole butterfly, we rise through any weather. She's lifting hearts, putting smiles on faces. Smooches in the air, filling empty spaces. It's love, it's peace, and a whole lot of light. With her wings wide open, she's shining so bright. To all my butterflies, let's flutter and glide. With smooches from the queen, we feel that joy inside. She's the Libra queen, balanced and sweet. With every smooch she gives, it's love on repeat. The Oprah of smooch is giving love all around. In the butterfly kingdom, we're lifted off the ground. Every smooch is a blessing, every kiss is a gift. With Creole butterfly, our spirits always lift. Smooches, smooches, everybody gets a smooch. From Creole butterfly, yeah, she's spreading love to you. To all my butterflies in the kingdom we fly, with love in the air, spreading joy to the sky. Smooches, smooches like a kiss in the breeze. From Creole butterfly, putting hearts at ease. Yeah, she's the queen with the love so high. Smooches to the world like we're touching the sky. To all my butterflies, keep soaring high with Creole butterfly. Love will never die. Smooches in the air, let's lift each other up. In the butterfly kingdom, we're filling every cup. Smooches, smooches, spreading love like gold. With Creole butterfly, it's a story to be told.
What's happening? Hey everybody, this is your girl Creole Butterfly, Libra Butterfly, Coco 929, coming to you from the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful and the horses are fast, or the horses are beautiful and the women are fast. Just depends on what you like, okay? Let's see. Hold on. All right. Go learn today. Y'all, what's going on? It's been a long time. Happy anniversary, happy birthday, happy Kinsiata, happy bar mitzvah to Lottie Dottie and every darn body under the sound of my voice. Okay, you know I'm the for the what? The smooches. So you get a smooch, you get a smooch, everybody gets a smooch. Okay, so let's get some in-house rules going. Guess who's monetized? Yes. Oh my gosh, y'all. It's been a long time coming. I mean, you know what? It's a song that says, it's been a long, tedious journey. It's been a long, lonely trip. Where did you get the idea you could make it all by yourself? You're gonna need a guy, somebody by your side. Don't you know you need King Jesus every step of the way? Man, don't you know? We used to sing it when I was like 4 years old. I used to lead it. I remember part of the song, not all of it. But yeah, when I tell you, It's been a long, tedious journey. I have been on YouTube since 2014. Okay. That's when I discovered what is her name? Auntie Fee. And then one day, scrolling down the thing, I bumped into this woman sipping coffee around 4 something in the morning. And I was like, oh, she's a coffee drinker like me. Then I found out she was a Libra. I'm like, okay, we like 4 days apart. Let me come on and sit on over here. So for a while, I sat in her bushes, well, her sky. And then, I dropped down after a while and everything. But um, yeah, it's been a long, and I just started uh, being active on my thing when the year that my daughter, lost her life and everything. That's when I really started being active and, things like it. And then I really started trying to fine tune it that same year and everything. And then getting into it. This was part of my therapy for when my husband passed away. So it's just been, it's been real. It's really been real. So those of you who have been rocking with me, there has been some that came and went. I want to shout out this person. She's no longer living, but I miss her so much. Some of you all may remember her. She used to be in different chats, and then she decided to just follow me. And she was one of my mods, and that's NC Girl. Do y'all remember NC Girl? NC Girl, I miss her so much because NC Girl every day thought it not robbery to send me some encouraging, good mornings and everything to my email. And anything that I've talked about that she thought was interesting, she would send to me, when I connect with you guys like it for real. Now some people, they try to take it as, yeah, she, but that's their heart. It ain't mine. Anybody who know me know that I am a person, when I love hard. Okay. And those that I connect with, I love y'all. I really do. Uh, and everything, and I'll tell you, love you, and sometimes people take that as me. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, that's their heart, not mine. Okay. Um, but yeah, y'all, and I miss NC Girl so much. I really do. And she unfortunately lost her battle with cancer. She developed cancer after fighting for family members that had it. And then she had a battle in her own life that I would not disclose because, she told me in confidence she had a battle in her own life and she ended up sick and it took her out, I will say this. Most of us who have grown children, okay, hear me good. Most of us who have grown children, you got to learn how to let them make their own mistakes. If you've raised your kids, it don't mean that they're never going to wander away. You have to raise them to know that if you put what's in them that's right, that they'll come back. All good kids come back. If they stray away, they all come back. You have to get to a point in your life to where you understand that your kids, because they're grown, they feel like, well, I can make my own decision now. I can do my own thing now. Mama can't tell me what to do. As soon as they turn 18, they get that taste of, I'm grown. No, you're an adult. Okay. But we know the difference. We've lived before. When we turned 18, there were certain things that we couldn't wait to do. Let me tell y'all what happened with me. I've been on my own actually since I was 16. Okay. My foster mother at the time, and this is just a little history, okay? My foster mother at the time, I had just turned 17, okay? Like I entered into the foster home at 16, but I was turning 17 like a week later, okay? So that's why I said I've been on my own. My foster mother told the guardian at Lytton that she don't belong here. She said, I'm going to keep her here because they couldn't get in touch with my daddy, okay? Some stuff had went down and everything, and some of you all know because I told the story. Some stuff had went down, and they couldn't get in touch with my daddy because my daddy was a police officer. He had went from being a regular police officer to a narc and undercover. And then detective. Okay, so he was like in the field, and because they couldn't get in touch with him, okay, I had to go somewhere. So I went into a foster home. But how many of you all know that God has a plan? And I had heard so many bad things about foster parenting that I had decided I didn't want to go to foster care because so many of my friends, you know, had been in once time or another and their experience was horrible. I heard about foster parents locking up their refrigerator, putting a padlock on it. They have to ask for water. You know, I mean, it was just horrible. And I never wanted to be a part of that. However, God had a different way for my life. So when I went to the foster care system, I went to this old woman, and I had passed this house so many times on the TORC, Transit Authority. I had passed this house so many times on the TORC and everything. So when the court appointed official pulled up in front of this house, I was like, wow, this house is familiar. I pass this house all the time. So we go in and everything, and here's this woman. She looks so mean. And her eyes was like man would change like that, but hers was permanent like that. And I sat down and everything, and she said, I'm gonna call one of the girls and you're gonna share a room with her. She said, get settled upstairs and everything and all this stuff. And so she, you know, my guardian person from the court system introduced me to my foster mother. And she said, so she's gonna be here until we get in touch with her dad. Like that, you know. And as I was getting my stuff, I heard the foster mother say, I can look at that child. She don't belong here. She does not belong here. What am I gonna teach her? And my court appointed person said, I know, but we don't have nowhere else for her to go. Y'all hear me? And she said, we're trying to get in touch with her daddy. Her daddy is a cop, and they can't give us any information on him right now. Now, mind y'all, at the same time, why is my father looking for me and don't know where to look? He heard what happened. He's asking everybody, do y'all know where my child is? Have y'all seen my daughter? How do I get in touch with my daughter? Like he had no idea. I done been to court and I made a decision. He had no idea none of this because I don't know where the breakdown was, so I'm not even gonna create nothing. But there was a breakdown between my people conveying the message to his people with the police station. Okay, so anyway, so but that's the best thing ever happened to me when I went into foster care. That woman was an angel. That woman was an angel. I loved that woman so much. She was so much older than me. I looked at her as a grandmother, and if anybody know me, know my heart is old people. I love me some old people. I really do. And that's why my business is for old people. And I just love the wisdom they have. If you have anybody in your life that is 85 or older, or at least 80 or older, you are doing yourself a disservice if you don't sit up under them and talk to them and find out things of the past and let them tell you about your history and what they've been through and stuff. Y'all, we are losing our history to a certain extent because we don't talk to people who went through some stuff, who understand some stuff. And everybody still don't understand how I stand the way that I stand. Like the word Nigger, I would never, because my family and some of y'all's too was beat, okay, by the same people we want to make that word cool with. That word will never be cool, ever, okay? My granddaddy that's still living, he's one of the civil rights leaders that march for our stupid selves and all this and stuff. And I think about y'all, I'm sorry, I think about this administration and what's going on with this administration right now and how they want to put us back in our place, quote unquote. They want us to go back in our place. All right. And it just breaks my heart because think about your grandparents and everything. Everybody who's done lived through segregation. Now you're trying to go back and segregate. You want us to go back into segregation. Doesn't make any sense. Okay. So that brings me to this. Let's lead on into the segue. Let's listen to this real quick. Okay. And to everybody who has supported me, thank you so much for supporting me. I appreciate your love and everything. Let's go. All right. Listen, just in case you didn't know, uh, right here, Trump's DOJ, Department of Justice, ending Louisville's consent decree, but city has planned to continue police reform. Now, those of you know that I have an interview coming up with Breonna Taylor's mother, okay? This may have to wait because they tried to get in touch with her yesterday. This came about because of Breonna Taylor. And you'd be surprised how many racist people that's around, y'all. Some of them people was commenting under this, and this one person said, I voted for it. I'm glad. And somebody said, why would you vote for, things going against bad cops and all this and stuff? And I told them, I said, y'all trying to reason with somebody who's racist. You can't and anybody, all y'all black people that was so scared of the gay agenda, this is what you get. This is what you get. Some of y'all love Trump, and anything he do is okay with you because you have disassociated yourself from being African American, black, Negro, whatever you call yourself. I don't know how you look at yourself in the mirror and see anything other than a black melanated person. Okay? But some of y'all have disowned your own and you stand with Trump. I don't get it. How do you vote against your own best interests? Y'all had to see what he was doing or what he was gonna do. Project 2025 has been out here on these streets way before the election even happened. And the man lied to y'all and said he didn't know nothing about it, but been going down the Project 2025 playbook. Okay? Let's listen. This is our chief of police now, and this is the mayor of Louisville, Kentucky, okay? It's trying to play, y'all.
Thus, ending the consent decree, the federal government will no longer oversee efforts to reform the police department. Louisville's federal consent decree has been dropped by the U.S. Department of Justice.
The DOJ today announced it was dismissing lawsuits against both the Louisville and Minneapolis police departments, and investigations into several other police departments around the country will end. But today, Louisville's mayor and LMPD's chief say the goal to reform is not over as they set out their own plan for change.
And WLKY's Alexis Matthews joins us live from Metro Hall. Alexis, where does the city plan to go from here?
Well, Jennifer, Rick, it was referred to as historic and a new day in Louisville just 6 months inside 6 months ago, inside Metro Hall, when Louisville Metro leaders and members of the Justice Department announced that they had finalized a 242-page federal consent decree to transform Louisville police. Now, today, that momentum is still not gone, even with federal consent decrees being dropped, because the mayor plans to implement a local reform agreement.
While this is not the outcome we hoped for when we stood right here in December and announced the decree, it is an outcome that we have planned for.
A bomb drop on Wednesday as the U.S. Department of Justice announced plans to dismiss Louisville's consent decree. This after years-long investigations of Louisville police, uncovering of discriminatory patterns and practices, and months of reform negotiations. And while the Metro's framework to correct LMPD will no longer have court-ordered federal oversight, Mayor Craig Greenberg promises the same results with a local consent decree called Community Commitment.
It incorporates all of the objectives previously included and negotiated in the consent decree and puts in place the accountability and transparency measures needed to continue building trust and improving public safety throughout all of Louisville.
Like the federal agreement, this consent decree has a 5-year or less time period to achieve LMPD's improvement goals, and an independent monitor will be hired to assess the department's compliance with the requirements in the agreement. The chief vows that there will be consequences if they do not.
If we fail, I'll get fired. That's how this works. I'm an appointed employee, so I'll lose my job.
While firings are not the goal of the local consent decree, transformation of LMPD and constitutional policing is, and the community will play an instrumental role in that progress. They'll have a say in the independent monitor selection process through engagement and listening sessions, and they'll also have a seat on the Community Safety Commission, the stakeholder group given regular updates by the independent monitor.
We are well on our way, and with this community commitment, Louisville's consent decree, we will make even more steps forward on a rapid basis.
Now, this local consent decree will go forward if a judge rules to dismiss Louisville's federal agreement. But not everyone is fully on board with local action. Coming up at 6, I talked to some city and state leaders who are leery. Live in downtown Louisville, I'm Alexis Matthews, WOKY News.
And reaction has been pouring in all day. Some city and state officials say they are not surprised, but they are frustrated with the DOJ's plans. They are vowing to keep up the fight.
I think it's bad news because people wanted something to believe in. And this is independent of the mayor and the police chief. People wanted to believe in their government at a federal level. And I think they're disappointed, and I think they are fair to do so. I am intrigued and determined to stay connected to the process as it goes along, because at the end of the day, change moves at the speed of relationships. And if we cannot rebuild relationships between the different institutions in our community, this is going to fail.
Now, as we mentioned, the DOJ is also scrapping the consent decree that it had with Minneapolis. Vicki is here now to explain how Minneapolis.
Okay, y'all, I didn't think this was going to bring tears to my eyes, but it brings tears to my eyes, y'all. I have 2 sons, and hey, everybody. Hey, The Ham Show. Hey, Dirk. I have 2 sons, y'all. I have daughters. And it used to be I had to worry about my daughters with bad cops. Now I got to worry. I had to worry about my sons. Now I have to worry about my daughters. It's y'all. I'm going to show y'all something. Hold on. I just don't see how people vote against their interests. Everybody was scared because of a same-sex agenda where you could at least negotiate it, and got some stuff that you wanted. Everybody voted for this man. This man is out of his mind. I don't see how people didn't see how this man, I don't get it. I do not get it. And now, since he's coming full throttle, which most of us knew he would, now he's coming full throttle against Black people. Now everybody, well, I didn't know. I thought, how do you trust a liar? How do you trust a liar? I'll wait. Y'all knew that man was a liar from the get-go. I don't believe, and I feel like everybody who voted for him, you get what you get. I swear for you get. I don't feel sorry for you. When it start turning on you, don't complain, cause it's coming around. It's coming around. Give me one moment, cause I want to show y'all something. I'm trying to get these tears out of my eyes. Bear with me. I'm sorry, y'all. I just care about people. I do. I just care about people. I know some of y'all, you don't care about nobody but you, but I care about people. Hold on. Thank you, the Ham Show. Thank you. Okay. Y'all want to know why I fight so hard for us? You want to know why? You see this man right here? You see this man right here? This is my everything. Outside of God, this is my everything. This man will be 91 this year. This man was side by side with Martin Luther King fighting for the rights of underprivileged people, not just Black, but underprivileged, period. When I tell y'all the story about when my granddaddy was taking off his t-shirt and I saw this ugly mark on the side of his hip, I'm like, Granddaddy, what happened right there? And he said, oh, baby, when me and old Morton, this is how he said, when me and old Morton was marching, you know, they turned the dogs on us and everything, and the dog got me on my side and, you know, and everything. This man right here, he went through segregation for us. He went through it. And you mean to tell me y'all Black people that voted for Trump is okay with this again as long as gay people don't have a right? Really? Put me back in slaves, okay? I want to be locked up again. I want to have no privileges. I want y'all to call me nigger and I don't be able to do nothing about it. Come on, please. Really?
It says it's a good thing to show forth His loving kindness in a moment, and His faithfulness in a life. It's the same praises for all of the music. Show forth His loving kindness in a moment. Every now and then I think about a time in the morning that God showed me His love.
Before I accepted my calling into the ministry, this man knew it. And when I said, oh my God, I'm trying not to cry. When I said, Granddaddy, I really don't want to do it. I'm not worthy to tell other people about God's goodness. I'm not worthy. I said, I don't know the Bible. Some people know the Bible front to and front and backwards and forwards. I don't know it like that. All I know is what I study and what God showed me. And I remember my grandfather said to me, even as a child, you've been different. If God said you're worthy, who are you to tell him you're not? My grandfather signed my ministerial papers. I felt honored because this man is in encyclopedia books. He was there when Morton got shot. Everything. He's fought. He's a legacy within himself. And when he had that conversation with me, I took it as an honor to represent what on the shoulders that I stand on for him, to represent God. And I carry myself in such a way to not bring shame to my family. So I feel personally, I feel for the elderly that look like me, that has been through this. I feel for the future. So excuse me if I don't think everything this administration does is great. Yay! Oh, yay, the welfare moms. What welfare moms? Have y'all ever tried to live on welfare? All of you all who is so happy that people are having these checks taken away, have you ever tried to live on it? I just want to know, are you going by the propaganda that is put in the news for you to understand? Most of you all ain't even, you've never tried to live on it, ever, ever. Now people are taking jobs, they downsizing, they cutting off uh uh they cutting off SNAP, they cutting off ADC, whatever it's called now. They taking all this stuff. What about the people in these tornadoes that's done lost their houses and stuff that's still waiting on FEMA? You mean to tell me when I was working, y'all took FICA out of my check, but now that I need it, I can't get it? Are you serious? But that's okay with some of y'all Trump lovers, right? That's okay. Oh, y'all just think it's so great. Wait till you need it. And if you got children, you better hope they never need it. See, some of y'all, as long as things is great in your life, you don't care about nobody else. And I question your heart. But those are the people who actually support him. All you care about is you. As long as yours is doing good, you gotta get old. Some of y'all don't know this, but you gotta get old too. Did you know that? Especially if you in your 40s and 50s. Baby, you closer to 70 and 80 than you are 20 and 30. You got more years behind you than you do in front of you. But you ain't thinking about when you get old. What if something happened and you need the assistance that you're happy they're taking? Now what? Who gonna take care of you? I'll wait. Even when it comes to medical now, medical used to be one of the safest jobs you could have, safest careers you could have: nursing, surgical tech, physical therapy, anything that had to do with medical. Now they coming after Medicaid, which helps support some of these hospitals that some of you idiots work at. What's going to happen? Some of these hospitals going to close. Some of the things that they give you, they're not going to be able to give you no more. So it's going to be a lot of people laying and dying. Some of y'all jobs going to downsize. And who's going to be the first to go? Those of you who look like me. Some of you all who look like me, they're gonna find a way to get rid of you because you look like me. There's no protection. We'll see how you feel once they get rid of you. That's why I didn't go into the ministry, because I knew that I wasn't. So who y'all? Let me go out there. Anyway, let me go on. Okay, what's the next thing I'm supposed to talk about? Hold on, y'all. I did the DOJ. Okay, let me pull this up real quick. Okay, that's not it. Where did I put it at? Where did I put it? Is this it? Okay, yep, this is it. Okay. I'm going to bring it up now. I didn't willingly go into it. God picked me to go into it. It's been on my life all my life, and I've been knowing it. I've been running from it until I couldn't run no more. When he began to whoop me because I started running, and I mean running hard. But even in the middle of, I knew I was chosen. Some people went to ministry. I was chosen for it, because even my friends or people that knew me, they would tell you, we knew this girl was chosen to preach because we all be hanging out and a subject will happen and she'll get to talking and she'll be talking like a minister. She'll bring up scriptures and everything. We all just get quiet and look at her. She's like, why y'all staring at me? You preaching again? And I'd be like, So I've been doing this since I was a kid. So I already knew. I just ran until I couldn't run no more. God whooped me so hard until I said yes. And then he said, and I quote, now you got to tell these two people. So I called my pastor at the time and I said, I got something to tell you. He said, I'm waiting. I said, I've been called into the ministry. He started screaming. He said, I already knew. I just been waiting on you. He said, it's all over you. I've been knowing that. I said, oh. So he's like, just get ready. So I had to call this other person. She was an evangelist. And I had to tell her, she started screaming. She said, sister, she got to preaching to me on the phone. That's nothing new. I already knew. I was waiting on you. That's how she got to talking. I was like, oh my God. So everybody knew. Everybody knew. They was like, it just oozes off of you. You can't run. It's on you. You know, and everything. And you know, my husband was like, because I had to get his permission because I was a married woman. I had to get his permission. And, you know, I was like, God, it's car. He said, baby, I already knew that. He said, I had a dream about that. He said, I'll stand with you. I'll stand with you. And he did. He thought it not robbery for his wife to be a minister. Then I went into pastoring. I actually started pastoring in 2010. April 26, 2010. I believe that's the day that I actually stepped in the pulpit as a pastor and everything. I got robed and everything. I ain't just one of them pastors that went. No, I actually had the whole shebang done where I was consecrated and all this stuff. So yeah. So you know, I am at a point in my life to where God has gave me, let me say, I have the right to sign papers for other people to be ministers. I have the right to marry. I have the right to do everything because that's what I am. It's listed with the state, it's listed with everybody. Do I sign papers for people to become ministers? No. Will I? Yes. But I have to know a person's life. I will not give my name to anybody who is not trying to walk the life that God has told them to walk. God actually has to tell me himself. He has to speak to me and say, you can go ahead and deputize. I sign for this person. Because a lot of people don't know. A lot of people want the glam life of being a preacher. You know, they feel like it's just a glamorous thing because they get, you know, offerings and all this, but they don't want to do the work. And there's a lot of work that goes into being a minister, a real minister. And I told y'all prophetically that there's coming a time it's going to be God's ministers and the world's ministers. Okay? If you don't know what side you on, you better check your alliance. You better check your alliance, okay? I just gave that. I didn't even know you asked that question. I just read your question. I just gave that. That's something that God himself will put a check in your spirit. You know, a lot of people are good teachers. It don't mean they're called to ministry. Some people are good teachers, you know, and I always warn people about this. Be careful what area you walk in. You have pastors, preachers, teachers, evangelists, and prophets. You have the fivefold ministry. And in the fivefold ministry, you got to know which one you are. And a lot of people have claimed, I'll just go here. Let me talk about the prophets. A lot of people have claimed to be a prophet because they can prophesy every now and then. Like God shows them things, so they automatically feel that they're a prophet. That's not necessarily so. Because I'm an apostle too, okay? Apostle does everything, but apostles' main thing is they set order, okay? I couldn't get away from being an apostle if I tried because it oozes out of me to set order. Anything that I do, I have to have order. That's something God created me to be. It ain't something I just went and picked up, okay? And so prophecy can be a gift too. Some people, they don't have to live a day's worth of dog meat. and got to show them things. Don't mean they're a prophet. It means that they have the gift of prophecy. That's totally different. Me myself, I can talk about me. Me myself, I sat in the office of a prophet. When you sit in the office of a prophet, that's totally different. Totally different. So a lot of times, like I said, lately, I don't even call myself a prophet no more. I just, because everybody named Mama, even on YouTube and everywhere, everybody wants to be, because it's the end thing to be. I just call myself what I've been calling myself, God's favorite daughter, and whatever that consists of. I see a lot of things that I can't speak of. When you are true, there's church prophets, meaning that you are the speaker for a certain house and you talk to the pastor about what's for the house. See, so there's different levels of that, and a lot of people don't know that. You have a lot of people that claim to be evangelists when they really teachers. Whatever level that you claim to be, if you're in the wrong level, okay, whatever office, let me say it like that you claim to be, if you're in the wrong office, whatever office you're claiming, that's the size devils that you will encounter. Whatever office. So let's just say that God made you a teacher, which is not less than. I'd rather be a teacher, because then you teach people the foundations of the word. You teach people how to stand. You teach people how to go through. Like, a teacher's awesome. Okay? Awesome. But a lot of people want the glamorous life. They want to be a minister. They want to be an evangelist. They want to be pastor. They want to be a bishop. They want to be, because it's quote unquote glamorous. Whatever level you claim, that's the level of devil that you encounter. And if you're in the wrong level, that devil gonna wear you out. I mean, wear you out. Almost kill you, if not kill you. Make sure whatever office that you decide that this is where you want to be, that's the office that God is leading you to. That's the one he's ordained for you. That's all I'm gonna say about that. What's up, Queen Diva Boo? Okay, let me move on. All right, I know y'all probably can't see that on the screen. Let me go ahead and read that to y'all. Okay, so something came to my inbox yesterday on Facebook. Somebody sent something to me, and they said that Bill Gates has created a nano particle to put in cows. Now, thank you, Queen Diva. You my first one, boo. Thank you. Shout out to Queen Diva. Queen Diva. Hey, Queen Diva. Queen Diva. Hey, okay. Thank you so much, love. When I tell y'all that he has decided to create, okay, I tried to pull this up. If you've never seen this, let me take you to the movie. And it's right. Let me read this first. It says Bill Gates' involvement with cows and nanotechnology is primary focus on reducing methane emissions from cattle, a significant contributor to climate change. He has invested in research in genetically modified cows to produce less methane in meat without the cow. Okay, so that's what they said. And let me get over here real quick so I can show y'all. When you go to this movie, hold on. Yep. Hold on. Hold on. It's coming up, y'all. I'm going to share it with y'all. Right here. Make sure y'all can see it. Hold on. Right there. Y'all see this? Okay, go to this movie. Right after this scene, I'm going to tell you what it says, but I'm going to let y'all hear this part first, okay? This is the very first Kingsman movie with Samuel L. Jackson. I believe on some streaming platforms, the movie is free. It's a good movie. You need to watch it. And it actually, believe it or not, is talking about what's going on now. Okay? But it's a good movie. Y'all know Samuel L. Jackson played his part, right? So we're going to show this, okay?
I'll have the Big Mac, please.
Great choice. But nothing beats 2 cheeseburgers with secret sauce. Goes great with this 45 Lafitte.
A classic pairing. And may I suggest Twinkies and a 1937 Chateau Yquem for pudding?
I like it.
Did y'all see that? Okay. After that part right there, y'all, after that part, they eat and talk about what's going on. Just to give you a backstory. Samuel L. Jackson in this movie calls himself trying to save humanity, save the world. He creates this little bitty RFD chip to go in people's brains, okay? But it's only for the rich. It's not for the poor. It's only for the rich, okay? Because he wants to save the world trillions of dollars. So the rich people get this little chip that agrees with him. They get this little chip and he puts it behind their ear, okay? The man in the black suit is the Kingsman. He's trying to save humanity, okay? So Samuel Jackson is trying to figure out who he is. He already knows who Samuel Jackson is. He's trying to figure out what Samuel Jackson's thing is, right? What he's trying to do. Because he can't find out who this man is, Samuel Jackson creates this nanoparticle, this nanotechnology. It's so clear, okay? You can't see it. And he puts it in this man's drink. So this man tracks him no matter where he goes. So the lady who brought the thing out for the McDonald's says, do you want me to follow him? He said, no, I put a nano tracker in his wine. So we'll know everywhere he goes. So now you mean to tell me Bill Gates is trying to do the same thing with cows? So the movie is The Kingsman, okay? The very first one, Kingsman with Samuel L. Jackson. Go watch that movie, and I'll do a review on it next week. Go watch that movie. I'm telling y'all, okay? When y'all watch it, y'all gonna see parallels to what's going on in America right now. Now, let's go a little further. I told y'all that 2025 is going to be the shakings, okay? Anything that can be shook will be shook. I said including the weather. I said the earth. I said we're going to have more earthquakes. We're going to have more people with guns trying to do mass shootings. I said it's going to be unsettling in 2025. I said what I'm seeing, if it wasn't for God, it would scare me. And I can't tell y'all. This was last year. I said, I really can't tell y'all because it would scare y'all. I said, so if I was y'all, I would just keep praying. Just keep praying. So, remember, I told y'all that, right? Okay, so it's funny because I also told y'all, I said, y'all, I feel even a tsunami. And when I said that one hit, I think Thailand or somewhere over there, it's funny because the tsunami I saw wasn't for another country. It was for us. Now, be honest with you, I didn't know if it was going to be spiritual or literal. Just yesterday, okay, the weather people sent out a warning yesterday that they are warning us that they're picking up America could get a tsunami. The wave would be 1,000 feet and it would mess up 3 regions. I feel like this is what I feel. Let me tell you how I truly feel. I feel like Harriet Tubman. I feel like Harriet Tubman, that she risked her life to free people that look like her, for the people that look like her to feel like Master give us eats, Master give us treats, Master give us scraps. We good. Cause Master treats us good. It used to be a thing. Oh, I wish sometime that me and 300 were good and he could drop down. I mean, he could still drop down, but that's a whole nother subject. Because me and him used to talk about stuff like this all the time, to where, in our mind, the plantation black, it's always in a plantation black's mind, we sick. When Master sick, is we sick. No, we ain't sick. He's sick. He's sick. It ain't got nothing to do with me. You feel me? To me, that's plantation mindset. Master sick, so we sick. Master give us eats. Master treats us nice. Oh, yes, sir, Master. I get you, Master. Yeah, what you do is great, Master. My peoples just don't understand how you loves us, Master. You loves us. I don't understand why they trying to be free. I don't get it. I don't understand, Master. So I feel sometimes like Harriet Tubman when she's trying to free us, to show us who we are, a better life. Some of us in the struggle has always had to fight. Some of us died. Some of our ancestors, when they were bringing them over on the boat, some of them thought it not robbery to jump off the boat. I'd rather be free in death than to be shackled in life. Some of us don't want to rock the boat. We just rather go as status quo and not stand 10 toes down on what I said until it affects your house. You don't care. If it hurts or if it affects somebody, I'm sorry you feel that way, but I don't take it back. A lot of people, until it affects their house, they don't care. How many times have we heard about the welfare mom? In every walk of life, there are people who take advantage of stuff. Even when working, there are people that don't come back off a break sometime. There are people that will clock in and go hide. That's robbing the system of time. There are people that steal stuff and take it home. You go in their house, they got everything from the job. I wasn't going to pay for that, and they got toilet paper here. I wasn't going to pay for that, and I can get cleaning supplies here. In every walk of life. So, yeah, why is one better than the other? In every walk of life, you have people that abuse the system. I feel like, hey, Hebrew boo, Exodus, come on. See, in every walk of life, I feel like you have people that don't do what they're supposed to do. I just feel like the easiest people to attack are those that's disprivileged, underprivileged, disadvantaged. Oh, that's easy. Let's kick them when they down. Just like, okay, I've been arguing about this and people don't see my argument. They feel like I'm wrong. So I'm going to throw it out here. Just like, okay, they got Robert F. Kennedy to tell people that's on SNAP they shouldn't be able to get cookies, chips, and stuff like that on their SNAP. That they should get healthy food. Now, I don't know if y'all been to the store lately, but eggs is almost $4. Okay? And the snaps that most people get ain't enough really to even live off on. Let's just talk about it. So the one thing I'm able to do is maybe get me a pop, some chips, and some Chip Ahoy cookies. And you feel like that's wrong because I get SNAP? Huh? What? Maybe all I can afford is some hot dogs and hamburger to stretch my menu for my family. You know, maybe I get this hamburger and I'm gonna make one day meatloaf. The next day, you know, next time I make some Salisbury steaks. Next time we can have little sliders. Okay, so that's 3 meals out of this. Okay, I got hot dogs. Maybe one day the kids can put on some hot dogs. The next day I can grill them. Okay. I get frozen dinners. Maybe some days I'm sick and I can't cook. So the kids can go in there and pull out these frozen dinners and at least they'll have a meal. I can get some tuna fish and one day make tuna casserole. That'll last a couple of days. Other day make tuna fish sandwiches. That'll last a couple of days. And then with the tuna fish sandwiches and stuff, we can get French fries and chips and juice. And, you know, they get a little treat, little cookies, you know, and stuff. So you mean tell me now, all you want me to buy is good food? How many days is that gonna last me? See, here's my thing. Everybody who has a problem with that, I want you to have all your resources taken. And you have to sit in a welfare moms or SNAP moms situation for a whole month and a half. I want you to have to go somewhere, not in your own luxury home. For 30 days or 30 days and a half, I want you to have to go somewhere where you depend on everything that somebody's getting from the government. I want you to go through that. When you can live off of it, successfully, then I might listen. I don't want no millionaires. I don't want no millionaires sitting trying to tell me how I should be doing something when you ain't never had to work for nothing in your life. Nothing in your life. Everything you had was given to you. Some of y'all feel okay with that. Oh, they're doing what's best for us. America has always been in behind financially. That's what we built on because we owe other countries. Okay. And your point. What does that have to do, excuse the pun, with the tea in China? What's it got to do with, okay, so let's go here then. For every American that has worked, that can't get no coverage or benefits, give me my money back. Give me my money from my paycheck. All the money I've paid in, give it back to me. I'll wait. Because right now, you're taking services away from us that we've paid for. And don't nobody see a problem with that. Everything's okay with that. Oh, we're behind trillions, or we're behind millions, and, you know, we have to cut this and cut that. But nobody's saying, why don't they cut it for the rich? People who can afford it. Let me tell you what happens. When you got so much weight at the top and the little man at the bottom, it's only a matter of time before the little man gets squashed. And it all comes tumbling down. When the walls come tumbling down. When I told you I used to listen to white music too. So tumbling when the walls. Honey, who? It's only a matter of time. And if you think you're gonna escape, well, sadly mistaken. Hey, mixology boo. The man in the arena. It is, sis. It's what I keep saying. It's very expensive. It's very expensive. You almost have, when I told y'all I see the family structure bonding again, I seen families living up under one roof again. I've seen it for a while. Where some of us, as long as we could afford expensive things, we thought it not robbery to buy those things. And even now, I heard people talking about, yeah, because I drive a 2024. Yeah, because honey, my Benz, my Lexus, my this, good for you. Outside of that car, which depreciates as soon as you drive it off the lot, a lot of people don't know that, but it goes down by 10,000 as soon as you put the key in and drive it off the lot. 10,000. Think about that. 10,000. Okay. But what else do you have? Do you own any land? I'll wait. Don't you know that actually, even if you have a house that you bought, don't you know there is different, the one lease or paperwork that you get to own your car or your house, they can still come and get it. They can do eminent domain to take your house unless you got what is called a lotto, ALLODIAL. I think it's what it's called. Unless your house or the paperwork when you went to buy that house or car, you got it on the allotto, they can't take nothing, even in intimate domain. But if you didn't get the allotto, I know I'm pronouncing it wrong, y'all. So I'll put it on my community page. If you didn't get your house with that, it really ain't even yours when you pay it off. See, when you know better, you do better. He's even trying to make it to where if you're married, I think, then don't quote me on this. Y'all go research it. If you're married and you have an affair, now this is the man that's done had how many affairs? But anyway, we ain't gonna talk about that. If you married and you have an affair, you can go jail. Or if you sleep with somebody and you get them pregnant now, or you get them pregnant or something like that. Like, not, the devil has to give you some truth to pull you in. That's how he's so alluring. Because if he just told you his agenda, or if he just showed you who he was, you would see it. So the enemy always mixes a little truth with a lie. Okay? Some of y'all ain't got discernment. God gave a cat. My thing is, I ain't worried. If I'm a mother, look, let me tell you. Let's go here. Let me go on and go. Y'all know I ain't been married all my life. I've been married most of my life. I used to be a single mother. I became a mother 6 days before my 16th birthday. Okay, let's get that straight. So I was 15 when I had my first child. Okay, I always tell y'all about me. I was 15 when I had my first child. Okay. I just told y'all today a little bit about my story going into foster care. I've been on my own since I was 17 years old. Actually 16, but when I got emancipated, I was 17 years old on my own. So within that time, I was working and getting welfare and on food stamps to feed my children, because then I had another child, okay, because I didn't believe in abortion. So if I laid down to have it, if I lay down to get it, I'm going to take care of it. Let's get that straight. I just was so happy to be that type of young mother that put my children first, who took a food stamp card and went and not only just bought things for that month, but stocked up. So yeah, I've been on food stamps. I've been on welfare. At that time, I got $285 a month. Actually, no, for 2 kids it was $228. $228 a month. And I realized there was no money to live off on. The best thing popping was the food stamps and the medical card. Because I could take my children to the doctor to get all these shots they said they needed, to make sure their dental care was good, to make sure all this was going on. When you went to the store, you weren't thinking about no nutrition for real. You was thinking about feeding these children for 31 days. Even to this day. And if that's the case, if they really worried about people's health, that start making the healthy food cheaper like other countries do. See, don't come to me with that. I don't want to hear about that healthy and all this and stuff. That's a bunch of bull. They ain't worried about no healthy nothing at all. Because if they was, the healthy food would be cheaper like it is in other countries. And the fast food and stuff like that will be more expensive. See, let's flip this thing. A person, when they got sharing and responsibility, they're going to get what they can afford and make it work. That's what most mothers do. We go in the store looking for the healthiest things that we can afford that'll last us and feed our family. Screw you. And you trying to tell me what's healthy. That's weird to me. It's just weird to me, y'all. I'm sorry. And I'm behind in the chat, and that's okay. I'll go back and read it. We all have a birthright to basic needs like air, water, and food. God created it for us, but others want to capitalize. It's all about money for them, baby. They could care less. They could care. You know what that birthright is trying to do? Come after Black people. And it's so funny because we so messed up in our mind. We think he's doing everything to go after other people but us. He's trying to find a way to get our butt out of here. Let's get that straight. It still behooves me that a lot of us, I'm after an hour. Dang. It still behooves me that a lot of us, a lot of Black people, let me just say it like that, okay? Still don't believe that we were here. That when Christopher Columbus came, one, he never, see, if I say this, y'all, don't y'all know we were already here? Not all of us, but for the most part, we were here. We were America. I posted a picture of an Indian woman on my community wall. She looked just like a Black woman. She's literally full-blooded Indian. Because Indians looked like us. What part of it don't y'all get? I swear sometimes teaching people make me stupid because we will believe a white lie in a heartbeat. We will believe everything that people have told us, that we wasn't never nothing, we were slaves, we only came here on the ships. One of the ships' names was Jesus, but I digress. You know, that's all we believe about ourselves. Anything Black is bad, anything white is right. I mean, really. And then when you bump into somebody like me, Tariq Nasheed, Vicky Diller, Professor X, others, y'all think we done came up with some stuff that ain't true. Y'all be like, well, what's wrong with y'all? Why they saying all this? That's propaganda. Y'all won't believe us. And I think I don't know as much as these other people, but what I know I stand on, excuse me, what I know I stand on. Y'all believe everything the administration say. Some of y'all can quote everything Trump say. Everything he say, y'all believe. And then y'all go back. He's only doing this because. Y'all make excuses. He's only doing this because. So that's why I understand when those that look like me that's trying to, redo our programming upstairs and show us things, why they don't deal with everybody that looks like me. Because I don't deal with everybody that looks like me. Because some of y'all, you can't be helped. You already brainwashed. You already believe, again, that the white man's ice is colder. And you stand on that. Anything Black or anybody trying to fight for Black rights is wrong. Why rock the boat? Let it go. Why must we? Are you kidding me? So, okay, yeah, put us back in slavery. We okay. That's what some of y'all think. Oh, that's fine. They'll give us treats. They'll treat us so nice. Okay. All right. That's what you think. Anyway, if y'all want to read more on what I read you all, this is what I posted earlier. Let me scroll back up and let's see. Hold on. Let me scroll back up and see if I can get it. Hold on. Probably won't let me. Oh, yes, it will. Okay, this right here, y'all. Okay. That's for the H.R.3273. If you want to read up on that, okay. H.R.3273. And this is also known as Eliminate Diversity. The DEI in the Military Act aims to prohibit federal funding for diversity, equality, and inclusion activities in the U.S. military. The bill could have significant, hold on, let me scroll down. Come on. Is that where it is? Okay. Effects on Black people serving in the military are seeking to join. And that's what happened with my grandson. I told you my grandson that's graduating Tuesday. He had always planned to go in the military, okay? Because he wanted to see the world. He wanted to serve his country, and all this and stuff like that. And then when Trump came in talking about he didn't want no more Black people, blah, 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 and all the Black, like I have relatives. This is why I don't understand some of y'all Black people that just support this administration. I have Black people who served in the military, got awards and Purple Hearts and all this and stuff that's still active. They not in the military, but they active. Okay, they're not in there now, but they're still active. They got awards. Their names is up on stuff. They got plaques and all this and stuff. This man came in and no, absolutely not. Take it down. Move it. Y'all didn't see a problem with that. Oh, well, we understand. He wants it to be equal across the board. Do not give me the Kool-Aid you drinking. I could never. That's why I'm so glad my Hebrew boy is back. I could never. Ever. I ain't going. You, like I said, you ain't got to agree with me to be here, but just know I ain't going to agree with everything you say either. It don't work like that because some things I know and I stand on and I'm not going to change. I don't care how sweet you make the Kool-Aid. I don't care how you mix strawberry and cherry together. I don't care how you mix, orange and grape and it comes out and you serve it over that ice and it's got that where you smack your lip. I ain't drinking. I don't want none. You can have it. You can have it. I sip on my tea, have lemonade, Southern tea. He done took it and made Armour Palmer. That is not the name of it. It's called Southern tea. It's been Southern tea since I was a little girl. All of a sudden, somebody gets it and put their name on it. And everybody knows there's an Armour Palmer. Really? And y'all just let that fly. Every time I go somewhere and I order half lemonade, half tea, oh, you want an Armour Palmer? No, I want a Southern tea. And they look at me. I'm like, that's the original name of it. Oh, really? I educate people everywhere I go. Yes, ma'am, that's the name of it. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I thought this was something that Arnold Palmer. No, he just slapped his name on it. It's okay now. People feel to call you the NIGGER word because Trump said it's okay. And that lady actually, did y'all see a video? She said, Trump said I can call you an erger and ain't nothing you can do about it. But y'all still support him. I still support him. He has never suffered financially. How is it that he represents you financially? Make it make sense. What you make is like a drop in the bucket to what he's made or what he's worth. How is it that the little man felt that he could feel? Now, don't get me wrong, because y'all know I didn't like the other side either. I'm an independent. I didn't like the other side, so I'm not saying I list to like the other side. Don't get my words twisted. I told you, one went too far left, the other one went too far right. So when I say it's not, yeah. But if I had to, this is one time where you had to pick one of the two evils. One of the two evils. And I think personally, Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it to myself. Anyway. Oh yeah. Funny. Hold on, let me share. Hold on. Yeah, I agree with that. I talked about that a little bit on Lolo's yesterday. I agree with that too, to him. I do. I agree with that too. Let me see. Who thinks it's oh? I mean, why would you want the world that you live in to fight um to fight amongst each other? Like, who gets a hard on for humans tearing each other apart, ripping each other apart? Why would that be a turn on? Only person that loves stuff like that is the evil one. Do y'all not understand that? Don't you know the devil steals, kills, and destroys? God said, I came that you may have life and life abundantly. That's John 10:10. Let me share that. Because I know y'all know I was gonna be in the book. I don't know why y'all thought I was gonna do anything different. Did you not? Do you not know where you are? Okay, hold on. Let's get her done. Hold on. Let's get her done. Let's get her done. Let's get her done. Hold on. Is this where I'm at? Hold on. Okay, right here. Okay, John 10:10. Let me highlight that. Okay. For those of you all who just don't get it, it says the thief. Who's the thief? Who do God says the thief is? The evil one, the devil. Okay? The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come, I meaning God, I am come that they may have life and that they may have it more abundantly. So where's the confusion? Where's the confusion? I don't get the confusion. Hey, Catherine Boo. I don't get the confusion. Where's the confusion? So anything that goes against that, you know it's not God. Steal and kill and destroy. 3 attributes of the thief. 3. To steal, to kill, to destroy. You can't pee on me and tell me it's raining. I'm sorry. I just ain't going. One peas yellow and peas hot. Yeah. We ain't going there. I'm telling you though. Love. Hold on. Let me get you that one. Hold on. Because I know y'all be like, she just be pulling stuff out of her butt. I'm glad y'all think so. Hold on. Let me share this. Okay, let me highlight that. Let me highlight that. Okay. Okay, boo. Okay, sissy, don't forget tonight, me and JB, and you supposed to be over here with us. You gonna be my DJ and have your conversation up here on the platform with us now. Don't forget it. It's tonight. That's why I gotta get out for her. but I can't just cut y'all off. I got to give y'all explanation. Okay, so here we go right here. 1 Peter 4:8. And above all things, having fervent charity, which is love, among yourself, for charity shall cover the multitude of sins. That's love. When it says charity in the Bible, it's talking about love. Okay, so let's read it like it. Above all things, have fervent love among yourselves, for love shall cover the multitude of sins. When you love each other, okay, it's a whole lot of things that you will be covered for, or God will forgive because you're loving. God is love. Sometimes he's tough love, let's get that straight, but nevertheless, he's love. Any attribute that goes against what you know God to be, is it of God for real? Now, God will give you a forward, and that's spelled Froward. Okay? Forward. I don't know if they got it in these new Bibles or not, but forward means an evil dictator type leader. God will give you the leader that you request. He will give you the leader that you want. Okay? He will give you that. If you ask for it for so long, he'll give you exactly what you're asking. My question was always to God, what did we as a people do that this skin we're in offends so many? And I told y'all I'm gonna do a breakdown of that. I might, since now I can get, my what they call them, members only. I might do it as a breakdown in the members only. I haven't set up my members only yet, y'all. I think I'm just gonna make it for 99 cents. I know it's hard out here. I ain't trying to bust nobody's head. You know what I'm saying? That's not me. God is blessing me. Even when I don't have what I need, God still blesses me. Believe it or not, let me tell y'all something. Women, let me give this to you, because I said I was gonna tell this testimony last week and I forgot. I was going into a place called McAllister's. And you got to look it up. It's in Kentucky. I don't know if y'all have one or not. But I was going to McAllister's because I really wanted some, a sandwich from her, some soup, and some of their strawberry tea. And I got out of my car and I was walking. I was almost towards the door, and I heard this man say, "Excuse me, Queen," like that. And I turned around. He said, "You in the presence of a king. Let me touch that door for you." Now, some of y'all women, when y'all heard, "Excuse me, Queen," y'all would have turned around. What? I said, "You sure can, King. Thank you." He opened up the door. I walked in. I said, "Thank you." He said, "You're welcome." Because, see, I'm used to that. My husband, quote unquote, listen to me. I didn't touch a door. Any man I get with, know your place. Because I know mine. I ain't touch no door. I ain't touch no trash. Groceries. When we got home, my husband was like, "Open up the door." Even when we went, because he loved going grocery shopping with me, and I loved him going grocery shopping with me too. We used to have fun. We used to have fun. Anyway, he put the bags in the car. He's like, "Why are you still standing here? Go and get in the car. I got this." He put him in the car and everything. We get home, he's like, "Open the door." He bring all the groceries in. See, some men, I don't want to do it. Ugh. We supposed to be equal. Why can't you lift the bag? Because I got you. I got you. See, it's certain men I don't date. And y'all can say what y'all want. I don't care. It's certain men can't get my attention at all. At all. One thing me and my husband used to do, I didn't say, "Well, dang, I cooked yesterday. Can't you cook?" It wasn't none of that. We was in them. I don't know. God just gave me my equal. He just did. He knew how to do that thing. My husband going there be like, "I'm cooking today, baby. I want to make some such and such. You got an easier way to do it?" Because he would tap into the chef with me. I told you I was a chef for 3 years. And I'm like, "Yeah, you can always add food." He's like, "All right, I'll be back. I'm going to go to the store. You need something?" I'm like, "No," but if he knew what candy I liked and all this and stuff, and if he rolled up on the store and they had one of them candy bars, he would surprise me and bring it home. He'd be like, "I got something for you." and he'll show up like, oh my God, y'all would think it was a me. It's just he was considerate to his wife. He thought it not robbery to love me in every way possible. I wasn't his first wife, but I was his best wife. How about that? He even said it. Some of y'all don't get it, but certain men can't even get my attention. And if you so happen to sneak up under my radar, once I see who you are, because my discernment is on key. Once I see who you are, you ain't got to worry about it. I ship, baby, I'm a Libra. We got two sides. And other side to come in, you'll notice the difference. You'll be like, well, dang. I won't mistreat you, but you'll know a difference. I like a man with his back straight. I like a man who knows who he is, who stands his ground, but don't think it's robbery to love his woman, to love his wife and protect her. I told y'all the 3 P's: provider, protector, priest. I am not going to take care of no man at all. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to. I'm your help meet. What does it mean? I meet you. Okay, when there is a need, I can meet it, not take care of it, meet it. I told y'all, my late husband, once upon a time, had 2 full-time jobs. I don't know how he did it, but my head was off to that man. I made sure I took care of that man. And I was working, but we had so many sharings and stuff, and we wanted different things. Sometimes you got to work for what you want. Baby, who? Some days I knew that man was dead tired. And baby, I would go in there, honey, in the morning. I would get up in the mornings, make him some breakfast, and push the door open. He'd be knocked out. I'm like, babe, huh? I'm like, here. He roll up. Baby, you made me breakfast. Oh, thank you. You so sweet. He sit up, honey. He turned breakfast up. Yeah, I served my husband in bed. Sure did. Who? Who? Used to rub his feet? Give him because y'all don't know, I actually am a massage person, but mind your business, okay? Ain't none of your business. It's a whole lot of things that I've done and that I've got certified in that only my husband knew. Okay, I ain't even told y'all, but you know about me being a massage person. So you know, I couldn't have used to being a dominatrix and not be a hello. Anywho, but yeah, who? Massage my husband's muscles because his arms were so thick. I used to be in love with his arms, y'all. I felt so protected. Anytime he held me and threw his, y'all, them arms were so attractive to me. And he was a boxer. He used to be a boxer. Oh, y'all know his arms was fit, baby. Oh. And he always made me smile. He could just look at me and I'll start blushing. That's love. You mean after 20-some years, that man could still look at you and you blush? Yep. I knew what I had. I wasn't no dummy. It says a wise woman builds her house, but a fool plucks it down with her hands. Meaning you have the ability, you in there destroying your own life. I dated a woman who cried because I opened the car door for her. It had never happened before. My God, today. I took from my ex-wife every day, but she was ungrateful and couldn't cook. Lord, today, hey boo, mind my business. You silly. Some women, I don't know. Bless their heart. I want my sisters to get healed from childhood issues. I want y'all to get healed from your daddy not being there, so you make every man pay for what your father didn't do or what he didn't say. Or you see him slap your mama, or whatever the case may be. I want my brothers to get healed from being mad at your mama for letting your daddy walk over you, leave y'all, mistreat y'all. So now you trying not to be like your daddy, but you're just like your daddy. You know, there's too much help. It's too much help out here for you not to get help to be a better person. That's my point. You know, you have to make up in your mind to see your devils and to face your devils. Until you're able to do that, you're no good for nobody. Not even yourself, for real. Not even yourself. My husband made me a better woman. I can actually say that. My husband made me a better woman. He always told everybody I'm the one that made him the man that he is. I don't know how, but he always gave me the credit. He said that woman loved me so hard. I had to be a better man for her. So we both, like I said, we thought it not robbery to overlove each other. Some of y'all ain't gonna give her too much. Hey, you know, let me say this. I've never liked a man who liked me but scared to tell me he liked me. To me, it's weak sauce. You're afraid that I'm gonna tell you, oh, that's sweet. Well, I don't like you like it. Okay. Even if I say that, there's other women, move on. I just never understood that. I've actually had a man tell me, I've had a crush on you. Seriously, this has been lately. I've had a crush on you since you were 18 years old. But I was so afraid to even tell you that I watched other men date you and you have fun with them. I sat and watched you be happy in your marriage and looked at your pictures and everything. It was like, well, dang, I'd never told her I liked her because I was afraid she would turn me down. And you telling me this now because you think that's going to make me want you? If anything, keep going. We can be friends. How you? And go on. Because no, you know I'm 54, and you mean to tell me you've been liking me since I was 18, but you were scared to say I like. What can I do outside of I like you too? Oh, that's sweet. Maybe I know I'm not interested, but thank you. We can be friends. I mean, other than that, I can't snatch your tonsils out. I can't kill you. I can't do none of that. So, you wasn't showing your manhood, so you didn't approach me, and now you're telling me, and you think that's gonna do what? I just, y'all pray for me. Maybe I'm different. I told you I think like a man, so maybe I'm just really really different. I don't get it. I don't get it. Don't be no punk at all. I need you to stand flat footed and be like, you know what? Let me tell you something. I'm watching you and I like you. I really do. I'm trying to get myself together because right now I need to heal and I know I need to heal. But I do like you. You know, like I can take it. I can really take it and be like, oh, okay. Don't ask me to wait on you though. Don't ask me to wait on you. Because I will not. Now, if I'm not with nobody, when you get it together, that's totally different. But don't try to put me on the shelf and you may not ever get it together. Here's other men that want, yeah, we don't do that. We don't do that. Not at all. You know, but I need y'all to get it together. There's a lot of good women out here, y'all. Anyway, come back for that tonight. We doing friends over 40 and dating over 50. Oh my gosh. Me and JB. It's gonna be interesting. And Mixology gonna be one of the special guests. She also gonna be our DJ. We're gonna have a ball tonight. Y'all come back up because we're gonna talk about everything, including the three-letter word that people hate to talk about, SEX. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna talk about all of that. Okay? Because that's important in a relationship. I can't like I can't like things sexual wise and you just like missionary. That'll never work. That would never work. We are unequally yoked in that area. And if sexual wise we're unequally yoked, we're unequally yoked. And the Bible says not to be unequally yoked. Okay. So we got, I gotta know where you are in this game. Yeah. So not just are we compatible outside of the bed, but are we compatible now? A lot of people maybe not be on the level that I am because like I said, I used to be a dominatrix. So I know a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? And I could take that, but yeah, I just can't. Yeah, all you know is missionary, and you're not willing to learn nothing and do nothing different. Then pass me by. Pass me by, oh gentle person. Yeah, pass me by. Anyway, That's right, provider protector. Come on, Catherine. They don't understand, boo. They don't understand. Oh yeah, pass me by. You know, a lot of I'm gonna save it for tonight. CJB Dag Nabbit. I try not to get on this subject. All right, y'all. Anyway, look, check this out. Don't go nowhere yet. Check this out. I want y'all to see something. Hold on, let me see. Do I have it? Did I save it? Okay, not right there. Did I save it? Hold on. I might not did save it. Oh, I'm supposed to have been talking about that father. I'm gonna come back and talk about that because I done been in here an hour and I ain't talked about that yet. We got so wrapped up in what's going on right now. Let me see. Is that the one? I'm gonna have to edit. Okay, I'm gonna have to go get it. Hold on. I want y'all to see something. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Yeah, I got them herbs and they got me right. They got me running. My nose is running for the border. Hold on. Come on in the room. Hold on. Come on in the room. Where's she at? Where my sister from another? Here she is. Okay. Okay, here we go. Right here. Hold on. Right here. It ain't gonna let me. Hold on. I tell you what. Here we go. Come on, mouse. Yeah, this mouse is so dun 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 dun. So I went here. Is this it? Let's see. I need y'all to give me y'all what y'all think. Come on. Y'all know I got to deal with this crazy old whatchamacallit. Let's try this again. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's see. Yep. Open. Okay. Unfortunately, y'all gonna see a little box at the bottom. So I gotta figure out a way to move that box. But what y'all think about this? Listen to it real quick. Okay, that's the beginning. Okay, what y'all think about this? Check this out. Y'all ready? Make sure y'all can see it. Let me know what y'all think. If y'all think it needs to be tweaked a little more, let me know, okay? So check this out. Hey. 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 That music is bad. Oh, yes. What y'all think? 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 Now let me tell y'all. I'm like Erykah Badu. I'm protective about my stuff. So watch what you say about my beat. Cause that song right there came from the one and the only Mr. Please, Please, Please himself, which is who? Mr. Anthony McNeil. Yes, the real life of Anthony McNeil and Apollo. That's the song that he did some years ago, and I was blessed. I just said like it. And I got words to go to this song. When I go in the studio this month, I would be putting words to this song. But this music, right? See, it's like Anthony knows me, which is, that's my best boo. He knows me. He know I like a hard beat. I like boom, boom. It's that Creole in me. I like that hard beat and everything. And when I heard this song, he's like, "What you think about this?" And he played it. I was like, "It's me. It's me right there. And it's me." Especially when that break comes to go, doom. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You know. So I needed a closer, right? I had an intro. I needed a exit and outro. And I was like, I need my outro. I do need, because I knew I was going to get monetized and everything. And I needed my outro. And I contacted one of my boos. I'm going to wait and give her a shout out later today on my second live. I contacted one of my boos. I said, look, you took the music and did my intro. If I send you some music, can you do my outro? And if you charge me, let me know. She'd already told me she wasn't gonna charge me, but it's take work to do. Okay, I'm not oblivious to that. It takes work. So I sent her the music because it's just been sitting there. Like this music has just been sitting there, right? And I sent her the music. I said, can you use this to make me an outro? And she said, let me see. And she said, check your email. Man, when I saw that and heard my own music, I was like, yes, she did it. She did it. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I was so excited, y'all. Let me see it. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. So yeah. It's just, so I'm excited. Y'all might not like my outro, but I love my outro. I really, really do. I can't wait till I add my lyrics to it and everything. And if you got some lyrics if y'all heard that beat and you got some lyrics you want me, hey, and let me tell y'all, don't try to get my beat because I'll flag you. I can flag now for real. Don't get my beat. That's my beat. Okay. Only other person that'll probably have some attachments to that beat is The Real Life with Anthony McNeil and Apollo. That's it. I don't know how much he charges for his beats. Don't ask me. I don't know. Contact him. I am not on that man's pockets. He is very talented. I've been telling y'all that. I ain't just now coming on his, coattail. Y'all know it has always been somebody that I worked with, that I shout out to. The Real Life with Anthony McNeil and Apollo. Y'all know that. And y'all know that man works hard. So, yeah. So I don't know. But I know he's bad at what he do. When I mean bad, I mean good. He's bad at what he do. And y'all done seen him sit at the mix table and everything and come up with some stuff. So y'all know this man is all that, okay? So, and everything. But I appreciate that. Like I told him when he gave it to me I think it's been 2 or 3 years ago. That's how long it's been sitting, y'all. Everything that I get, I don't use. And everything I get, I don't talk about. Y'all be surprised. But wait till my EP come out. Wait till my EP come out. So I hope y'all support me on my EP when it comes out. I got 3 songs I'm doing. I ain't trying to be nobody but me. So when y'all hear, don't be like, no, I'm trying to be me. Okay? I'm trying to be me. And that's no effort in being me. Okay? Now, when on a good day, when my throat allows me, I am a top soprano. I can hit a note that'll probably shatter glass. On a bad day, I'm an alto with a little bit of soprano. Okay? So, yeah. It just depends. And everything. But yeah, I'm so excited. I am so excited. So, yeah. Yes. Y'all not ready. Oh, hold on. I didn't know it came up in another window. No wonder I was like, it came up, but where is it? I didn't know that. So, yep. But don't forget tonight, y'all. Don't forget tonight. We're gonna have fun. Like I said, mixology. She gonna be in the house. Ow! She gonna be in the house. Ow! And I hope everybody else come over here and support us, y'all. I hear you, DM. And support us and everything, y'all. I appreciate it and everything. I told y'all, honey, I'm a beat person. I am a beat. So, yes. Lego. That's the beginning, okay? That's the no wonder that came up. Okay, that's the beginning. Okay, so let me see. Okay, that's the beginning. That came up twice too. Yep. Okay, where is I think this is it. Hold on, let me make sure. I am hungry. What am I going to eat, y'all? I am Hungarian. Okay, that's the beginning too. The beginning 3 of them came up. Wow. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, let's see. Okay, there it is. I'm like, what the what? Okay. Nope. Nope. Uh, y'all see me in my little head thing, y'all. Let me see. I'm in my pajamas and my head thing. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Okay, is this it? Yep, this is it. Okay. You silly.